Welcome to the Stamps by Me studio, How to Craft Network studio more like. My name is Tony Darrick and this is the lovely place to come and get some inspiration. This is the Create Together Club. So cool. A lot of you are already joining in the club, which means we will send you 3 stamps throughout the course of the year. It is an absolute surprise, and then I stand here for 7 days and give you some lovely inspiration. 2 cards in every session, and I do give the cards away to anybody who pops a comment underneath this video. So you will have all probably by now got your stamps, which is just a note. It is this lovely stamp here, and I will go through it in a second. But if you would like to join the club, it's not too late. You can join the club at any point. You can join the club when all 3 stamps have been released, right at the very end. The videos never go away. You can join today and we will send you the stamp if you do want to catch up. But if you want to wait for the one in between, you can do that also. All you need to do is go to the How to Craft Network website, pop in, Create Together, and there you can purchase it. It's $29.99 for the year. And they are A5 stamps to the value of just £18. So you're basically getting 1 free. So in today's studio, I am going to be a little bit creative. We went live with our first section of inspiration. So you will get 7 days of inspiration from me. This is a pre-record. As you all know, I do have lots of commitments, but the inspiration is still always here. So I can't see any lovely comments, which means I will get some crafting done today. So the stamp, which most of you have got, if you haven't got your stamp, please don't worry about it. It will be on its way. Even the American followers have their stamps as well, which I am excited about. So let's just show you this fabulous stamp. So it's this one here. It's a note to say, and it's very masculine, although we can make it very feminine, as you all know. But today, it's this lovely one here, and it's a lovely typewriter with lots of elements in there. So you get the sort of scattered alphabet in there, the splats, the butterflies, the full circle here, the exterior of the circle with texture, and these are going to be brilliant for your backgrounds, and then some fabulous sentiments in there. So I hope everyone's well. If you have your stamp and you are crafting along, amazing. Don't forget to pop your makes on our Eureka fan page. We want to see what you're doing. We're really excited to see what you're doing as well. So shall we crack straight on with our inspiration? Let's just set that one aside there. So first of all, let's show you this typewriter. So all of the videos are going to be slightly different, a variation of technique. So hopefully there's going to be a video for you that you like. You can press pause, you can rewind me, and you can go back and watch it as many times as you like. This is actually on YouTube. So if you want to follow exactly what we're doing in the How to Craft Network, all you need to do is click that subscribe button. And there is a little bell as well, which will give you that half-an-hour notice as well. So, and we don't just do inspiration for the Create Together Club, we're live most days anyway. So what I've done is I've just got a piece of black cardstock here, and I'm just going to heat emboss this typewriter, because it's a big one, today in white. So I'm just going to get my sticky ink pad here. And just give that some good coverage there. We'll stamp this one down. I'm just going to do it one more time, make sure you've got all of that detail. I have seen lots of your makes already, so it's super lovely to see. I love to see people getting involved. And it's always a nice surprise when you get that lovely stamp drop on your doorstep and you've got no idea what's coming. So you have to get stuck in, which is cool. So let's just pop this on here. So this is the white. Hopefully I've picked white, yeah, pure white. Sometimes I do pick up the clear. So you can see that's stamped beautifully there. Make sure you use your anti-static bag, and then that gets rid of all the moisture in there. And then we're just going to heat set this one with the gun. I'm hoping I'm going to be able to show you something that you might not have tried before. Make you step out of your comfort zone a little bit. Try something different. That's what it's all about. Create together. I'm just going to get my gun hot here. And then once it's hot, I'll heat set this powder. And as soon as that powder changes, just chase that powder. It would look gorgeous in any heat embossing powder with this sort of typewriter. There we go. So let's just show you this one. It's a big one. There we go, thank you. So then what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to cut around it, and I did contemplate a die, but I felt like, you know, for the cost of a die these days, am I willing to pick up my scissors and cut it out? Absolutely I am. I'm just going to cut those knobbly pieces off though, because I'm not quite up for going around those ones, but if you do like to fuzzy cut, of course, you can take your time. And I'm under a bit of pressure in studio, as you know, because there's so much I want to show you, get through. I only have 7 days to show you as much as I can. And I will be making 2 cards, at least 2 cards in each show. And I will be giving the cards away that I do make as well. So all you need to do is pop a comment under our video when I've gone off air. And then we'll pick some winners next week. And there we have our lovely, lovely typewriter. So let's just move this one out of the way. What this stamp lends itself really well to is getting involved with texture and colour. Now check this out. So this is a stencil, and I stenciled through that lovely beaded texture paste, which is this one here. So it's the one with the beads in, and it's called Bead Texture, and it's from iZink. And I just popped it through that stencil. If I hold it forward, there we go, you can see it beautifully. Absolutely gorgeous. Oh, thank you. How cool is that? I'm just leaning that forward for you. There we go, look at that. You can really see the detail on there. And I did this before I went live simply because, although it's a quick dry, it's not quick enough whilst I'm doing a demo. So I just basically stenciled through one of my old stencils. So dig one of the stencils out you have in your stash and incorporate them in with this stamp. Now, if you don't have our products and you don't have the stamp, still come and say hi. You can still catch the inspiration. You don't have to be involved in the club. We are a family that is creative no matter what, and it doesn't matter whose brand you use or what you're using. Always come and say hi. So I have this here, and then I have my sprays. So I have like a blue, I have 2 of the shiny, 3 of the shiny actually, I'll just show you these here. So I've got like a teal, a blue, a green, and then I've got the Seth Apter navy. That's one of my all-time favourites on there. Now, every time I spray these, they're really dark. So I'm going to try and be a little bit more refined, she says. I'm just going to wet the card a little bit with my spray, and I'm just going to try and get some of this navy on here. Wish me luck. So from a distance, there we go. I'm going to go dark at the top, like so. And then I'm going to spray it down the card, hopefully. Let me just get some tissue. And what that's going to do is it's going to create that lovely sort of ombre. Look at colour of me now. Look at that. What's all that about? Let's just clean this off. Should have done it in a box, really. I was going to pinch Simon's box, but did you see how big it was? So I'm just going to spray it at the top here, so it's wet at the top, and then I'm just going to pick it up. I'll just show you up front, and I'm just going to let it do that. Let it work its magic, and you can add more water. Does that not look ornate? So I'm just going to take my water again. In the areas. and just let that do its magic. Now, I do think we could get away with a little bit of teal in there too. So I'm just going to take my spray bottle, twist it around a little bit. I'm just going to pop a bit of teal at the top as well. There we go. And we'll help that, just push that down as well, that teal. Push it down. I have to say, this is delicious. I'm hoping camera's getting it as good. I'm just going to get some more teal on all of the teal. Just move those out of the way. That is so cool. I have to say, I'm chuffed with that one, guys. I really am. So let's just get rid of the excess water on there. Tap it off, pop it to the side. Let's just clean this puddle of ink up, which would be perfect for a cat. So if you haven't got the eyes ink sprays, mix some mica with water. If you've got another brand of sprays. I just love the eyes ink sprays, the Aladdin sprays, because they are non-clog. So I can get right to the very end of a bottle and not waste my money. So let's dry this one. This is gorgeous. That is so nice. So this is the texture beads. They also do like a texture crackle, a texture sand, and like a flock, which gives you like a crusty sort of appearance. But again, you might have some pastes in your stash. You don't have to use pastes. If you've got glitter paste from another brand, what else can you pop through? Paint, you can pop through paint. Stencil with an ink pad. I'm just going to make sure I get into all those, that detail on that. It looks like a snowflake just coming down the page, doesn't it? It looks really pretty. There we go. Just going to give it a second to just cool off a little bit, because I've sort of like reactivated that paste a little bit there. That is so pretty, I cannot tell you. So pretty. Really pretty. I'm pleased with that. I should get my sprays out, but I mean, come on. I like a Smurf. If I use orange, I'm going to look like Oompa Loompa at a chocolate factory, aren't I? So let's start getting our card together. What I do want to do is, because of that the sort of hump that I've got in there, because obviously it's had a lot of water and a lot of texture on there, I would like to stabilise it slightly. I'm just going to grab some black card, hopefully, if I've got any. It says, this one okay? I'm just going to stick it to the black card very slightly and just pop a little, just to stabilise my image, because it's got a little bit of a cockle in there. Oh, sorry, I need to just grab my glue as well. I'm just going to stick it to here, and then I'm going to trim it down very quickly. I want the smallest of border. I really want a small border. A second to grab. I don't press too hard. That paste's now gone a little bit sticky with the heat. It needs sort of time to I'm just popping it on this black just to stabilise it, you know, because if I pop it on my card, it might get those nasty humps that don't look very nice on the eye. This is just going to sort of give a nice finish to the card, should we say. I think I'm okay with that. Right, I'm just going to grab my little guillotine, or a guillotine. Sorry guys, I'm just going to pop to the other side, excuse me. I'm just going to cut this very quickly. At least you can see my lovely samples whilst I'm just cutting this one. This is going to be this card is probably going to really surprise me, because I'm trying to step out of the box, as you all know myself. So here it is with that lovely, get it to grab at the top, that border around. You can't really see it now from my jumper, but I'll show you when we get it on the card. So it's just to stabilise our design a little bit, give it a good old push down. Now it's there. So let's bring in our card. And this is what, when the beauty comes to life, look here, when you mount it onto white. Really pretty. So let's get this onto our card. I'm going for that pretty mandala at the top. It's getting less tacky now, you know, with the heat, so I can give it a good push down now. So you can see now I've got that beautiful, and it's all nice and level, no humps and bumps, because we've got it mounted onto that black card, you know, just to stabilise it a little bit. So I'm just going to bring in my lovely typewriter here, so you can see how the black sort of bounces from that teal and that blue. Really, really work well together. So here I have, now you might not have these, but I'm trying to incorporate lots of products from your stash. So I have these flowers, what we did from the studio not so long back. And you can do stamps or outline dies and colour them in if you want to. And I'm just going to decorate the top of this lovely typewriter. So let's get some pads on here first, and then we can build our design from there. Like so, and I'm just going to pop it down here. You can still see our lovely work in the background there. And then I'm just going to build. There we go. So let's see how a lovely floral design on here. And you can see now why I use that beautiful blue and teal in the background, because it's very complementing of yellow. If you have some flower dies or some, okay, isn't it? Some flower dies, some flower stamps, and you're literally going to be okay to build up on the top of that typewriter. Let's just pop this one on here first. I'm just building my composition here. Get a bit of glue on this one. See there, so some with pads, some without, and you can really just, I mean, you could really just enjoy the process and really just Let's go another one. Let's pop a pad on this one, hey. Build it into you're absolutely happy. Give all those components a good old push down. Pull them up where you want to give them a bit of dimension if you want to. Okay, that lovely sort of effect around there. And then let's just grab a sentiment that I've just stamped onto sort of a tab here, and we can just pop that in somewhere up here. Shall we pop that in up there? Yeah. Put this one flat. And there we have a nice pretty card. You could put some sparkle around if you want to, but chopping up that design with that beautiful texture in the background, some lovely colour as well. Don't be afraid to use that colour. So when you've had a look at this one, I'm going to show you that lovely video with the design team make. So it's a different video, so you've got lots of inspiration on there while I get ready for the second phase of our inspiration. I'll see you all in a second. Welcome back. So second demonstration, I'm all blue now. You're going to know when I've done this pre-record, aren't you? Because when I'm live, I'm going to have blue fingers. So with this one, I wanted to do like a little bit of a reveal card where you can sort of like be a little bit creative. So rather than just a stagnant card where it's still, make it a little bit more interactive for the person that you give it to. So first of all, I have a piece of white cardstock and I just want to create a little bit of texture in the background. Now, let me just find my stamp here. So in the stamp, you get those lovely sort of alphabet scatters, and you get these lovely circles. So I'm just going to go, I think I can do both. Right, I'm just going to grab my acrylic block, just 1 second. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a pretty background if I can. Here we go. Just going to pop this onto my block here. And then I'm just going to, excuse me, just 1 second. I'm just going to grab sort of a distressy sort of reddy colour. I'm just going to create some dimension on this card. So let's just move this one out of the way. And again, because I'm doing that sort of first, second, third generation, I'm going to just go with my block. I'm going to do it sort of like, not halfway, just above halfway, and I'm just going to get that detail stamped onto the back of our card here. And I'm slightly going to overlap them so we get quite a bit of detail. So I've used the same colour across all. Just going to add a bit more to this side. There we go. So we've got sort of our alphabety banner on there. Alphabety banner. That'd be a great name, wouldn't it? And then I'm just going to take from the same set that textured circle in the same colour. I'm just going to add some further texture to this sort of line design across the top. we've got that sort of detail going through there. I'll just move this one out of the way. So straight away, I'm just going to mount this onto the card and you can see where we're going then with this card. So totally flat with our decorative part onto a piece of red. And then totally flat onto our white card. So whilst I'm just letting that dry just a second, I'm just going to grab a, hopefully I can see one, a knife. There we go. So here is the typewriter that I heat embossed ahead of time in gold. And I've just coloured it with my alcohol markers, Gossip alcohol markers. And the colours that I used are, written them down for you here, look. R16 and R1, just grab them. You can see, so if you are wanting to colour along or be the same or do the same, then you have exactly the same colours as well. So all I'm going to do here is I'm just going to take my blade and I'm just going to cut sort of a line in here. Now it might help if I have a ruler, but I don't. I'm just going to grab an acrylic block from here just to help me out, and I'm just going to pop this across here and I'm just going to cut a line in this card, hopefully. Be careful if you are using a blade. Like so. So I've sort of like got the hole in our, there we go, the hole in the typewriter there. Can we see that there? Might need to make that a little bit bigger. And then what I've done ahead of time is I've used our tag punch. You know this one here with the beautiful tag punch at the top? I'll just show you here. So basically you cut your card and you pop it in and you get the beautiful tags at the top there. And I've just cut it so it fits within, hopefully, the hole. No, let's make the hole bigger. A little bit bigger. Just be careful though, we don't want it to sort of tear, which might happen because my tag's a bit wide actually. Oh, there we go. So we can see now we've got this tag in the top of our typewriter, so you can see when you pull. Okay, so if you don't have the tag punch, you might have a tag die. If not, you can always create your own tag. Just chop off mite of the corners off a rectangular piece of card and punch a hole in the middle. Okay, so there we have that lovely tag in there. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to turn it over. See, I have to be very careful. I'm held on together with a little bit. So make your tag a little bit thinner than mine. So let's just have a look here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn it over and I'm just going to pop some pads around here. And what that's going to do is it's not going to allow my tag to go further down than the actual pad, if that makes sense. So if I pop a pad here, look, it's going to stop. The pad's not going to come any further. And popping pads at the sides, just going to sort of like keep that tag in check and keep it from going off on an angle or anything like that. I'll just cut this one. Right, so can we see that there? So then my tag won't go any further than that tape. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my tag out very carefully because I'm holding on by a thread. You make your tag a little bit thinner, and I'm just going to stamp a sentiment on here from that set. So I think I'm going to stamp it in red because Everything's, no, we better not, we better do it in black. Let's have a think about what we're going to put on here. Congratulations. We haven't used that one yet. I'll just do it on my block. So when you're stamping your sentiment onto your tag, make sure you can see that the sentiment is going to be hidden. So I know I've got to be below sort of that. I'll put a little punch line in there with my fingernail. So I know I've got to be below this line, so it's hidden. So when the person pulls out the tag, they'll see the sentiment on there. So I'm just going to type it, stamp it in black. I'm just going to bring it in. Just move everything so you can see what I'm doing. Try and get it straight as I can. There we go. Could have done with a bit more ink on there, but I'm okay with it. And then what we're going to do is just add some twine. So it's a bit of an indicator as to, unless you've got a thing in like your stash that you can say pull or pull here. You know, mine, I haven't got anything like that with me. So I'm just going to indicate that, you know, you need to do something with this card. So I'm just going to take this bit of twine here. I'm just going to pop it through the loop of this hole. So people can see, you know, oh, there's something going on there. I'll just trim. In fact, I might make a pretty bow on that. Let's just see. I've got like a nice indicator as to say, oh, does that mean pull? Is it a tag? Is it a gift card? You could pop a little gift card in some way if you had a small one maybe. And then I'm just going to pop this into here, look. And then, as you can see, so when you pull out, hello. And then we have our fabulous washi tape, don't we? So let's create the tab on here. So when it's on the typewriter, it looks like so. And then when you pull it out, let's just trim that little bit of foliage off there. That's a little bit high. But if you haven't got the washi, don't worry about it, you'll have a stamp. So I'm going to pop it around there like that. So you can see the hoop and the tag. Let's glue, shall we pop this one 3D? Let's pop a pad on this one. I need you to still see the tag hoop at the top, you see. You see that there? And then on the back here, where that sort of piece of paper is, just need to stick a pad on there. Then we just need to get it onto our fabulous card. We've got all that lovely detail in the background as well there. Let's sort out our tag here because the legs are like, everything's all over. Let's just do it a little bit better than that. A bit better. So then when obviously you could so really pretty card. There we go. So let's show you both cards. Are you feeling inspired? Are you going to dig out the stamp? I hope so, I hope so. So there we go. And another one here. I'm not sure which I like the best today. Sometimes there's a clear runner, isn't there? Today, I'm not sure I like them. So there we go. 2 inspirational cards for you, all using the different techniques, all with the sort of secret. There we go. Pull that out for you so you can see. Have a go. Let me know. Post your makes over on the Eureka fan page. If you would like to join the club, all you need to do is pop Create together in the How to Craft network and join the club, and the stamp will be sent immediately for you. And then you get 2 other surprises the rest of the year, like the rest of the Stamps by Me family. So I hope you've enjoyed that. Don't forget to post your makes over on the Eureka fan page, and don't forget to pop a comment under this video. Did you enjoy the show? Because I will be giving all of the cards away that I make over the course of the next 7 days. Whatever you're doing, stay safe, stay cozy, and I will see you all next time. Take care. Bye.